You see that moon up there? That's where we belong, you and I. Alone on the moon, where nobody could ever bother us. Yeah, that's our home up there.
Welcome to Moon Music Volume 4. Stay bullish, XRP Army.
Okay, guys. Going to the moon.
That's right, family. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Sensei coming back to you once again to let you guys know and understand why we are here. Why are we here today? Because we're here to do another show for you guys. And another show today is things you should know concerning crypto. So let's take a quick look. This is my Twitter channel here, or the app formerly known as Twitter, X. And as you can see here, I actually do teach the martial arts, but I've been in technology all of my life. So you see, crypto was just a natural evolution for me. So we're going to take a look at some things today. And you know, we always start out with our preliminaries because there are certain tools that you must have in your tool belt in order for you to be successful on your road to utilizing compound interest as you catapult yourself into financial independence, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get underway, let me just go ahead and put my little disclaimer in here that, of course, I am not a financial advisor. I am simply a person here that is, as everybody likes to say, documenting my journey. But along the way, the gems and the good things that I find that are useful in terms of, you know, strategies and platforms and who's doing this and what, you know, has culminated into pretty much what my show was all about: things you should know concerning crypto. How do we navigate this landscape, especially when we have lots of people that, you know, either don't believe in us in our personal life, or whether it's politicians and senators, you know, Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren and all of that stuff. So I'm here to be your point man. I'm here to be your guide. I am here to keep you company and to reveal to you what I am using that is allowing me to catapult myself into financial independence. And if you can use any of that material to help yourself and to use me as a template, then so be it. All the greater, ladies and gentlemen. So first, of course, we have Ultimo, ladies and gentlemen. And Ultimo is an offshore banking account, ladies and gentlemen. So therefore, right then and there, that takes you out of the equation concerning three-letter people, ladies and gentlemen. So if you realize, you know, or get some crypto, you can place it inside of your offshore bank account, turn it into fiat, and use the card anywhere you like in the world, ladies and gentlemen. So, and simultaneously, you are not coming under the fire of those that might want to try and stifle you, ladies and gentlemen. So the link for the description will be down below. I will provide you guys safe passage through the crypto space by providing my referral link down below so that you can get with Ultimo as soon as possible. And second on the list, we have KINESIS Money, which is another valuable tool for you to have access to tokenized gold and silver, ladies and gentlemen. So essentially, everything that we're trying to do, everything that I'm sharing with you guys today is all about self-custody, placing your money in the power of your own hands. Okay, because if somebody can tell you no when you ask for your money, or if somebody can keep you from getting your money, then it's not really yours, is it? So what we're essentially doing is we're moving ourselves out of the equation, moving our wealth outside of the system where it's completely under our control, and we're using things like kinesis to place ourselves back on the gold standard that was taken away from us in 1971. So you see, kinesis, it says choose gold and silver as money, tokenized gold and silver. And then I mentioned that it is also redeemable, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, when you utilize this system, there are 5 ways to earn yield. They also give you your own financial advisor that will actually call you when you sign up. I had one of my students sign up, and he was verified in under an hour. So yeah, and your gold and silver is completely redeemable. And if you ask for a portion or all of it to be sent to your house, it will be done. So let it be written. So let it be done. And then, of course, on the list, we have the third thing, which is, let's see what it is. It is Spritz Finance, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Spritz Finance is similar in a sense to Ultimo. Okay, it's more of a local thing, but Spritz Finance, take a look at what the community is saying. They got all of this stuff here. You can go, and as I said, I'm going to place all of these links down in the description. But Spritz basically allows you to pay your bills, ladies and gentlemen, with cryptocurrency, and there are many things that you can do as you do that. You can off ramp your crypto into your bank account. You could pay your utilities. You could pay your normal bills. As it says here, it empowers you to use your crypto anywhere in the real world. They're here to provide you with a refreshingly easy access to the power of decentralized finance, giving you the freedom to choose your crypto on your own terms, ladies and gentlemen. So I invite you to, I personally use Spritz myself. I am what they like to call an ambassador of Spritz Finance, and I basically try to give people the way to actually use crypto in the real world, because when it comes to digital ledger technology, this is where the world is going. So we are in on the first wave of utilizing this new technology to increase our life. Now, one of the things that we're looking at here, when in terms of crypto, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at Cosmos ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. And one thing you should understand about the Cosmos ecosystem is, if you could say one thing about Cosmos, it's the interoperability of all of the blockchains within the Cosmos ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. And if you take a quick look, you'll recognize some of these systems. If you're in crypto, you've seen these systems here and there. You've got Kajira, you've got the Secret Network, you've got Osmosis, Celestia, Cosmos Hub itself. You got Injective, you got DYDX, you have Noble. So you have all of these really wonderful earning vehicles that you can utilize. And now, one that will probably get more, how should I say, mass adoption than the others, before the others, I should say, is Axelar, ladies and gentlemen, because Axelar is directly being paid big attention to by Coinbase. Okay, because Axelar provides interoperability in a way where traditional finance is utilizing it for their banking structures and digital ledger technology. So that's one of the things that we want to look at, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things that I've been looking at myself, ladies and gentlemen, is something known as Stride, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're just going to take a quick look at, if I can find it here. But Stride is a wonderful place for you to earn yield on your tokens, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have some tokens, as it says here, unlock liquidity for your tokens, earn more year, and while securing the Cosmos ecosystem simultaneously, ladies and gentlemen. So how does that actually work? Okay, let's just take a quick look at, when you go to the stride.zone. Okay, when you open up the app, of course, you're going to connect your wallet. And all of these things are basically based in a concept we call self custody, ladies and gentlemen. So you can go in here, and through self custody utilizations, you can go in here and you can stake your tokens and you can earn yield on your tokens. Now, if you had some Atom and you staked Atom, you're going to be looking at an APY of 12.87. And then you can go and click this little down arrow to the drop down menu, and you can see the APY before you even stake your tokens, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, you might even target some of these tokens so that you can get some of those high APYs, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I myself, I am big into Injective at this point in time because Injective, ladies and gentlemen, is a blockchain. Matter of fact, they call it the blockchain of finance, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to get a little bit into Injective and what I'm doing with Injective in these days and times. So this is Stride, ladies and gentlemen, and it's very simple. You come in here, you stake your tokens, you earn yield. So one of the principles that we utilize here is we are different from people who like to trade and or gamble, ladies and gentlemen, because trading can be very similar to gambling. But we're not gambling, ladies and gentlemen. What we are doing is we are utilizing a little bit of wealth. We're expanding that wealth and we're learning to live off of the dividends so that we don't have to consume our wealth. And that's where yield farming and staking come in. And you can do that here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go and take a look at what's happening with Injective, ladies and gentlemen. So if we go to injective.com, we're going to go over here and we can take a look at an Injective. Now, Injective is an ecosystem that has built the largest and fastest growing Web3 financial ecosystem, exploring global network of DApps, validators, builders, partners working together to create truly free and inclusive financial world, ladies and gentlemen. And then you can go in here, you can scan down, and you can look at these featured DApps. Now, these featured DApps, do not go over this with a minimum of concern. These featured DApps are very powerful, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to go through them all of them today. I'm just going to show you a smidgen of what's going on. But you're going to need Helix. You're going to need Mito. You're going to need Black Panther. And you're going to need Talus. And also, they are also coming up with their own airdrops, ladies and gentlemen. I am right now in Black Panther, Helix, and I will soon be moving over to Talus. Now, along with Black Panther, there's something they're not showing here, and that is called restake, because you can stake your INJ tokens on Black Panther and utilize the validators there, but you can also do restake, which is also, how should I say, within the Black Panther structure, if you will, because even when you go to restake, you will still be staking with Black Panther, but the only difference is that you will be restaking in the sense of everything that you earn will be utilized to auto compound, if you will. In other words, everything that comes out goes right back in to make the pot bigger. And as the pot gets bigger, of course, the more you earn. The more you have in, the more you will earn, ladies and gentlemen. So if you go over to Helix, you can take a look here, and it has a lot of things that you can get into, ladies and gentlemen. You can go into the trade aspect, you can swap, you can bridge, you can provide liquidity. There are so many things that you can do when it comes to this platform, ladies and gentlemen. If you go over here to Black Panther, Black Panther is something where you can utilize it as a validator, or you can use one of its structures in order to, let's just get out of here real quick because we're not going to actually attach our wallet at this point in time. But you see, this is the delegating to the validator I told you about. Whether you use the Injective hub, which is the direct Black Panther, this is also direct too, but like I told you, this is about auto compounding your staking reward. You see, so you're probably just going to let it auto compound for quite some time so that it's on cruise control, if you will. Okay. Now, if we go over here and we take a look at the vaults, these are preset strategies that you can utilize in order to utilize the principle of compound interest. I myself have something in here when it comes to the INJ/USDT pair, and you can utilize any of these other strategies, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what's going on with that. Now, we're going to do a very short video today, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go, these the INJ and the things that I've shown you before, you've seen that, but there's one last thing when it comes to Injective that just came out, ladies and gentlemen, and that of course is DojoSwap. Now, you know, when it comes to the dojo, you know I'm all in on that. And it is all about Injective, ladies and gentlemen. So you can trade, stake, and earn on DojoSwap, featuring none other than the great Injective financial system, ladies and gentlemen. So as you go down here, this just got a little picture there. And I'm already connected. So let's just hit start swapping. So you can go over here and you can do your little swapping between your Injective ecosystem. You can go down here and you can, you know, select tokens. You've got your wrapped ETH, you've got your wrapped Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. You can go on over here and you can provide liquidity. This is simply, if for those of you who don't know, this is so that you can create the LP tokens so that you can go into the farms and the pools and stake them. Now, this platform is so new, I don't know if they actually have farms or pools available. Oh, they do have some farms available. Okay. So you can stake your LP tokens that you just made over there, and you can go into these and you can go and you can look. They have TVL in there. This one's got 69,000. It's got 105,000, 112,000, 112,000, 97,000. Okay. And this, I believe, is, what does that say? 1,386 in this one here. So you can go in here and you can provide liquidity. And the great thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, is when you see low TVL like that in a particular pool, that means that that APR is going to hold up for quite some time, because the more people that jump into the pool, the lower the APR or the APY goes, because it's more mouths to feed. So, you know, I particularly myself like that when I see a little bit of a low TVL. You know, not too low, but it's it's high enough for you to get paid out. Now the pools, as you see here, it says coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. So this is DojoSwap. So the pools will be, one thing though about, if we go here to disconnect, if I disconnect my wallet, if I go to connect, hopefully this will change in the future, but you can utilize your MetaMask, and I'm pretty sure that the Injective mainnet may very well be a MetaMask. I'm not using it from there because I use Kepler or my Leap wallet up here. You see, there's my Leap wallet up top with the little frog. But right now, they only have two options: the Kepler and the MetaMask. I do have a Kepler wallet. I do use Kepler, but I'd rather use my Leap wallet because it is much more, I find it much more functional and intuitive. Now, with that, we're going to go to ascertaining, ladies and gentlemen, that we're in a financial war. We know that there are people that don't want us to live better lives. There are people that will try to stifle us, and try to stop us from having, crypto, which is one of the reasons why I showed you things like Ultimo and all of that. But however, when it comes to your right to privacy, ladies and gentlemen, you should have a right to privacy. Okay. And there are certain systems that believe you should have that right to privacy, ladies and gentlemen. And one of those technologies or systems that is developing is D.O.P. Okay. Now, D.O.P is Data Ownership Protocol. That's what that acronym stands for, D.O.P. Data Ownership Protocol, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it is utilizing zero knowledge proofs in order to allow flexible transparency on top of Ethereum's layer 1. So this is obviously a layer 2. D.O.P allows users and dApps to store assets and make transactions privately, or selectively discloses token holdings and historical information. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that you can actually cloak your transactions, because one of the drawbacks to sending transactions in cryptocurrency is that people can take the contract address and they can scan it and they can see what you're holding. You know that old commercial, what's in your wallet? Yeah, well, when you use crypto, people can tell what's in your wallet. And that is a huge incentive and a huge allure for hackers and scammers, especially if you have a lot of money in your wallet. They're going to start their mess, ladies and gentlemen. So the thing that you want to do. Things like this, D.O.P, okay? Now it's in testnet right now, but very soon the mainnet will be live. And it shows you all of the supported tokens, ladies and gentlemen. And it shows you the dilemma. Existing public blockchains mandate full transparency by default with all user data visible. This provides no individual control over data exposure on all or nothing lack of choice, enables bad actors exploiting over transparency through front running, whale watching, and phishing, ladies and gentlemen. Now, over here, I could tell these guys go back a little bit because right here, this is actually a picture of an old 3.5 floppy disk. I remember these because I used to be a computer tech. Okay, I go even further back to the 5.0 floppies. Okay, but anyway, so this is the D.O.P approach that users can selectively disclose holdings, transactions, activities, details, as we said, seamless integration supporting ERC20, ERC721, and ERC1155 assets. Maintain seamless integration with wallets, EVMs, and DApps. And if you don't know what EVMs are, that's simply Ethereum virtual machines. Okay, so they are also doing an airdrop very soon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to give you a quick look-see at the .org and or the I actually set up a wallet here, and let me just go ahead and open this up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and when we go in here, you see there's actually some things that you can do in order to earn rewards by completing the following task, and everything on here is the test net. Okay, so I'm at 75% because I actually hit a little bit of a snare here. And you can go down here, you follow them on X, you claim your Sepolia E, you do this, you claim your test net, you go here, you go here. I got all the way down to here, and I hit a little snag because back here in 5, I encrypted assets. I sent the assets, and when I got here to 7, I hit a little snag because I was unable to decrypt the assets. So if anybody has any information on, I think it's actually a little bit of a glitch because I saw somebody actually decrypt their assets and I didn't see where that was happening for me. But I'll figure it out and I'll keep you guys posted. So that's pretty much, then of course you can go here and go here and you'll be all set up for the airdrop, ladies and gentlemen. So you might want to take a stab at it because you might have better luck than I did. Okay. But there's another person or ecosystem that is the much to do right about now, and that is new paradigm Manta blockchain. This is the thing that everybody's talking about right now, ladies and gentlemen. And the Manta is coming out, and I believe in January, ladies and gentlemen. So I usually don't get into a lot of stuff, but I like this because this Manta Pacific is the first Ethereum layer 2 on Celestia, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know Celestia, of course, is Cosmos Atom ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. So it has a lot of things going for it, ladies and gentlemen. So this is where I came to actually do some things, and I deposit a little bit of ETH, just to see what's going on. But if you want to take a look at what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what it's about. And basically, it's the real layer 2 that helps you earn more yield than a multi-sig. And it shows you everything here. And there was recently another L2 that came out that was the big hurrah, called the Blast Network. And Blast, everybody was into that. Everybody's chasing the airdrop and this, that, and the other. But the new paradigm is the Blast we all wanted. In other words, they're basically playing them out. They're basically saying, yo, we better than they are. We more John Blaze than that. So it says providing faster and with way more opportunities compared to Blast 2 income streams. New paradigm offers Penta yield. Penta, of course, means 5, ladies and gentlemen. So Blast, they're saying, only offers 2, base yield and double yield. You know, whereas New Paradigm is offering base, double, triple, quadra, and penta yield, ladies and gentlemen. So this is something that you might want to take a look at. So you can also deposit Stone and WUSDM to gain more yield. So when you bridge into here, you're going to get this token here, Stone. Okay, that's what they're going to give you. And you can do what you can do is you can take that stone and you can actually stake it, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the timeline. January 24th is, they don't give an exact day. So I'm hoping that it goes maybe a week or two into January. This way I can get some more money in there, you know. So I'm hoping I have a little more time to get some more money in there. But within 24 hours, you receive your stone and or your USDM. In other words, if you bridged in USDC, then you will get USDM, M standing for Manta, of course, within 24 hours. And then, of course, in phase 3, after 69 days of Manta token rewards distributed, you can withdraw the ETH and the USDC that you bridged in, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, a lot of people are getting, you know, these open luck boxes, NFT rewards, and all of this stuff. And, you know, a lot of people's talking about it and da da da. You know, I didn't get anything yet, but, you know, it's all good. You know, I don't care. You know, it's like, you know, I just want to be down, you know what I'm saying, doing some things. You can go in here, you could take a look at the audit and this, that, and the other. So it's something that you might want to take a look at, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just come out of here real quick. And we're going to take a look at one other thing before we go. And we're going to look at my new strategy, ladies and gentlemen, for Titan X, because I had a little bit of a epiphany last night, if you will. So if we go over here to app.titanx.win, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And we go over here. Let's just take it from the top. Now, I've talked about this here and there. There's people on YouTube talking about it here and there. And everybody is, you know, there's lots of cashing out going on. And I've already showed you guys how to go over to Dex Screener. And you could actually take a look at the buys and sells and the chart and all of that good stuff and assess what's the best thing for you to do, ladies and gentlemen. And let's just see if that Titan X pops up right away. Does it pop up? No. Rap Drip pops up. Okay, yeah, because I was taking a look at that. But let's just take a look at Titan X very quickly. Okay. Sorry, I had to readjust. Got a little bit of a cramp there, ladies and gentlemen. Titan X. Let's take a look at that and see what comes up, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to do it for us? Titan X. Are you going to do it for us? There you go. Bam. All right, let's take a quick look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you see, when you go to Dex Screener, you're going to see your chart. You're going to see there was a dip. You're going to see it was a flip, this, that, and the other. But one of the things I want to bring your attention to is this, ladies and gentlemen. If I can get to it. Let me see if I can get to it, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to show you something. There's the full. You can go to full and you can just, you know, check that out. Now, let me see if I can get out of here. There we go. Now, one of the things I want to bring your attention to, if I can get to it, because this laptop is very difficult to utilize sometimes. Now, let me come on up here. All right, hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Now, it's hard for me to get to this bottom here. Just bear with me for a second, ladies and gentlemen, because it looks like I'm able to expand here, but it's very difficult to get to this bottom portion. But if you get down here, see, if I was on my phone, it'd be very easy. But you can see the buys and sells down at the bottom here. And, you know, this is exactly the point that I wanted to bring to you. There's a lot of selling going on. People are selling tens of thousands of dollars and this, that, and the other. And that's okay because that's why we're here, to make money. That's what you're supposed to do. But let me tell you about my little epiphany about my strategy. And as you can see, we're sitting here at day 62, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's just take a quick look at this. If we go 280 days, which is 9 months at 100% max power, that get if you put in $493, at the end that's going to give you about $4,497. That was much higher previously, ladies and gentlemen. So that whole thing of things getting more difficult along the way is definitely taking effect. So short miners, we are right at the brink, ladies and gentlemen, of short miners not being profitable anymore, ladies and gentlemen, because as time goes on, it becomes more and more difficult to utilize your miners. Let's go here down. Let's just go down here for a second. But if we look here, you see right here, it shows you how the difficulty level is increasing. So basically, what I was going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I have a couple of miners down here maturing. And basically what I was going to do is I was going to take profit and utilize some other miners, ladies and gentlemen. And it's now occurring to me, if we go over here to the payouts section, because see, when you stake, you'll start to get these payouts, ladies and gentlemen. You'll start to get the 8-day, the 28-day, the 90-day, the 369, and the 888. So here's the thing. You can start another miner because remember, in order to start a miner, you must have two things. ETH plus time is going to give you that. So here's the thing. When you create Titan X, you can create more miners, but you can't recreate the time or the deal you got when you made the previous miner, because now it is so much harder to create Titan X. So my little epiphany is that if we go to the calculator here, you can calculate with the miners. You can calculate here with what you got coming out, you see. So if we went over here back to Deck Screener, right, and we look at Titan X, if I came over here and I said, okay, and I had $4,000 of Titan X. Let's say one of my miners matured and I got $4,000 worth of Titan X. All right. Now that is this number here in Titan X. So let's just copy that and go back over here. Now, over here in staking, we're going to go and we're going to paste this. So if you paste that in here, these are your calculations for your payouts, ladies and gentlemen. So now that number actually went down, you see. And the staking length is for 3,500 days, which is about 9 years, of course. And because longer pays better, okay? But you're looking at, in your 8-day pay, you're going to be looking at $601. 28 days, you're going to look at another $601. And in 90 days, you're going to achieve 1,843. And then you got that going on. So basically, it looks as if starting that payment cycle with Titan X and simply creating more miners for max length. Because see, if you go to miner, you can do a single miner or you can do a batch miner. Now, if you do a batch miner, let's say you did 5 miners. If you did 5 miners, that's going to cost you about $2,500, okay? And so in the long run, that's going to give you $22,000 worth of Titan X. But we all know a lot can happen and will happen within that time because of the Bitcoin halving. We all expect that ETH is going to go double, triple, or even quadruple of where it is now. So even if it goes double, of course, all the numbers that you're looking at will also double because everything is dependent upon ETH. And look at your payouts. You see, when you do your payouts, look at what happens. See, your payout is not in Titan X. Your payout is in Ethereum, ladies and gentlemen. That's the secret sauce. You're getting paid out in Ethereum, which allows you to create more miners or take the money and run. But at least you've established a payment cycle where something is coming in and you're not just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Because if you're just making miners and cashing out, you're kind of missing the whole point of the matter. The whole point of the matter is to get the golden goose, which is Titan X, ladies and gentlemen. So it is my personal opinion, and this is an opinion, that Titan X is simply too valuable to sell, especially when we have Hyper coming out and projects on top of that. If you don't have any Titan X, if you keep selling your Titan X, you will be out of the loop when it comes to payments. You will be out of the loop when it comes to Hyper. You will be out of the loop when it comes to Pyro and all of these other things that are going to be built on top of Titan X. So what I am going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I am going to hold my Titan X. I'm going to stake my Titan X. I'm going to buy more Titan X on the open market when people sell $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 worth of Titan X. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to hold some liquid Titan X, and I'm also going to pair it with Ethereum and stake it as an LP on Uniswap V3 and earning from there as well. Because I have seen the light, ladies and gentlemen, and I see that Titan X for me is simply too valuable to sell, especially since I have such a small position. I need every advantage I can get. And the worst thing I can do to myself concerning this right now is to sell my Titan X. Because you might be able to start another miner, but you're never going to get the same deal that you had because it's going to be so much hard. You're basically hustling backwards if you sell your Titan X just to create a bigger miner, because there's going to be a certain chunk missing because the difficulty level is so much higher, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sensei signing off once again, giving you things you should know about crypto as we pave our way and as we catapult ourselves into financial independence, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the next video. And this is another edition of Things You Must Know. And as I always like to say, before we go, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this crypto.